Epa! Chegando no Facebook. Mais um Histórias com hoje. Mágico como todos eles. E repleto de amor. Porque eu acho que o que motiva mesmo tudo isso é um negócio assim no coração da gente que vai se abrindo, vai entrando muito amor. E a gente vai buscando a fonte e o caminho para isso. Né não, Sufi, meu querido?
Oi, parece que sim, né? Acho que é isso mesmo. A gente disponibiliza as pessoas que têm que encontrar encontrarem,
É,
porque existe, né, o genuíno anseio de encontrar essa verdade que os mestres trazem em forma de semente em cada ser humano. Alguns já descobriram isso, outros estão descobrindo, e aqui a gente oportuniza as pessoas que entraram em contato com essa fonte de elas contarem sua história, compartilharem aqui com a gente sua história, que são histórias verdadeiras, são histórias do coração das pessoas que vêm aqui, que se abrem e nos contam, cada um na sua forma, cada um do seu jeito, né? Cada um num determinado período da sua vida, e isso é um grande barato.
um grande
Então,
barato,
é,
exatamente.
vamos esperando as pessoas entrarem, né? Enquanto isso, a gente vai começar a dar os recados. Hoje é o nosso episódio de número 178, ou seja, já temos um caminho trilhado.
Ela
E eu quero falar algumas coisas aqui também que é importante. A gente, para quem nos vê depois, quem não entrou ainda, nos vê mais tarde, que fique esse registro que a gente sabe que o Facebook está implantando novas políticas, os vídeos anteriores vão ser apagados, né, com mais de um mês, ou seja, todo o nosso histórico do programa vai ser apagado, tudo que for de um mês para trás, desses últimos quase 5 anos, vai ser apagado. Mas, como a gente tomou cuidado de colocar isso no YouTube, está tudo lá, na melhor qualidade possível, porque a transmissão ao vivo, às vezes, principalmente com as gravações, ela dá problema, né? A gente faz tudo a partir de casa, com os nossos computadores já bem antigos, né? Somos uma rádio pirata do Osho, uma espécie, uma espécie de rádio pirata que o Osho nos inspira a
é,
trazer todos esses encontros e ter todos esses depoimentos. E importante dizer também que nós temos muitas gravações já feitas, até a gente puxou um pouco o freio, porque temos uma equipe pequena e poucos recursos para lidar com isso, então a gente vai indo devagar. Os entrevistados às vezes nos perguntam, tá, e aí, já está pronto? Quando é que vai sair? Eu digo, calma, está na fila, está na fila. Então, é dessa forma que está funcionando. A gente quer migrar para YouTube, para fazer a partir do YouTube. Para isso, é importante, gente, sanguinha, quem nos assiste, quem curte esse trabalho, você entre no YouTube, na página Divya 10 e você se inscreva lá. Porque quando a gente começar a migrar para o YouTube, você já vai receber o aviso. Para receber, para não precisar ficar procurando, você vai entrar e vai aparecer para você, porque você é inscrito no canal. Então, a gente vai começar essa campanha. Se inscreva no YouTube HcO,
isso.
Divya 10, né? Divya 10
Além de
YouTube.
ter acesso a todo esse acervo de depoimentos, né? De
E,
histórias completas de vida, que é muito legal. Você até pegar uma certa temporada, os seus preferidos ali, para ouvir de novo, ou deixar ouvindo, enfim. nem
É,
sempre
tem,
para visualizar, mas dá para aproveitar esse conteúdo todo, né?
tem,
Também.
tem muita gente com entrevistas muito ricas e cada um é rico ao seu modo, né? Tem pessoas menos conhecidas, tem pessoas mais, entre aspas, simples, vamos dizer assim, né? Que tem histórias que talvez não sejam tão grandiosas. Ah, não, eu abri a porta do carro para o Osho, ou minha filha foi
Sim.
criada pelo Osho. Essa proximidade é muito legal também, a gente traz na medida do possível, mas também as pessoas que chegam hoje, como o próprio entrevistado de hoje, né?
Pois
O
é.
Aakash Sansar. A gente tem 8 entrevistas gravadas já, e mais uma a caminho de ser marcada, com pessoas na Índia, na Austrália, uma japonesa na Austrália, um indiano na Suíça, dois indianos na Índia.
Sannyasi, gente. Tipo, cada um num
É,
canto do mundo,
é.
uma nação
Então,
diferente.
e cada um com uma riqueza diferente também,
É,
né? Como a própria esse jovem rapaz do Nepal, que hoje a gente vai mostrar, o Aakash, com uma história que nos chamou a atenção pela intensidade, pela totalidade com que ele se entregou, né, para o Osho. E dentro desse contexto, eu gostaria de agradecer primeiramente ao Champak, porque o Champak nos deu uma. Champak, meu irmão, muito obrigado, tá, por todo o apoio que você deu com essa entrevista especificamente, né? Porque às vezes a gente não dá conta, é muito material, e o Champak nos deu uma mão incrível aqui, assim como a Priscila, que fez a edição do vídeo. Então, nosso agradecimento aqui para toda a equipe HcO. Os créditos vão estar ao final, todo mundo pode ver. Trabalho Parita, Miguel, Catarina, Priscila, né? E
é,
todos aqueles que apoiam esse canal. Um recado importante também, a gente está precisando de recurso para dar conta desse material todo, tá? Então, quem puder contribuir de qualquer valor,
ajuda muito.
nos ajuda muito, muito mesmo, tá? Então, a gente quer dar sequência, tem muita gente que nós já estamos negociando entrevistas também. Tem uma pessoa aí que a gente já há muito tempo quer trazer, mas eu já vi que ela anda dando umas olhadinhas nas nossas divulgações. Daqui a pouco ela vem, não vou falar quem é.
É, não vai falar que é
Gente,
aquela
então,
pessoa?
a, a Mina Dívia deixa nos comentários fixos a nossa chave Pix, né?
Pix.
Então, quem puder nos ajudar, chegou o momento, tá? A gente está realmente precisando, tá bom, gente? Muito obrigado por
Qualquer
aquele
quantia, gente. Não
isso.
pensa que tem que, eu vou ajudar com, né, muita
Não,
grana,
qualquer
tal. Qualquer quantia de coração ajuda
isso,
muito.
muito. Então, então é isso. A gente pede quem puder que o faça, né? E agradeço aqueles que já nos ajudam
Isso.
desde sempre, desde sempre. Então, importante também a gente dar os avisos, né? Ah, não, tem mais os agradecimentos ainda. Quer falar um pouquinho?
Sim.
Além da
É.
equipe HcO, quem mais?
Aqui já está, né, também no final do vídeo. Nossas páginas, né, que recebem o HCO toda semana, Oxo Sem Fronteiras e Nelsânias, a Nova Realidade, né? Página respectiva dos queridos Gabriel Sananda e Francisco Siqueira, e uma galera que trabalha junto nessas páginas. São páginas ótimas de Oxo que ninguém derruba. E se derruba, ela se levanta. Então, vale a pena participar de Oxo Sem Fronteiras e Nelsânias, a Nova Realidade. É feito por gente de muito amor pelo mestre.
Falando nos agradecimentos.
Agradecendo
A nossa querida Sanguinha.
nossos queridos que estão aqui conosco, que assistem, que participam, escrevem. É muito legal, tá? A gente adora tá vendo que vocês estão aí. Quando vocês se lembram de algo do passado e comentam aqui, isso é muito bacana. Então, obrigada pela audiência, por estar aqui junto, né? Não é uma audiência, é uma participação, né, de vida de coração.
Tá?
E Fala os
Falando,
colaboradores novamente.
falando em derrubar, um recado importante: a gente não tem nenhum vínculo, não representa a Fundação Osho Internacional, que detém os direitos sobre o Osho. Nós apenas contamos histórias reais de vida de pessoas, né? Histórias,
Com Osho.
isso. Melhor que
Netflix.
isso. Gente, o
Eu
último
quero
recado.
chegar em 590 entrevistas falando isso. A gente vai fazer 600 entrevistas
A gente,
falando mesmo melhor que Netflix. É muito bom. Fala,
nosso,
querido, desculpa.
nosso jargão. Então, um recado importante: se houver travamento deste vídeo, às vezes pela transmissão, dificuldade de transmissão, a gente sabe como é que funciona a internet, a instabilidade de sistemas,
Do horário.
horário, muito uso, vento, tempestade, tudo afeta, né? E então, depois, se der qualquer problema na legenda, na leitura, ela ficar tremidinha a legenda, a gente coloca o melhor, né? Tá, o vídeo tá colocado as legendas com boa qualidade, mas na hora da transmissão pode dar problema. Se isso acontecer, se houver travamento, qualquer coisa, fica aí e depois, daqui uns dias, estará editado bonitinho no YouTube, nas playlists que a gente falou há pouco, tá bem?
Lembra de se inscrever no YouTube.
Isso, gente. Mais uma
Se
vez,
inscreva no canal. Nunca pensei que fosse falar isso, mas sim,
é,
gente. A
é,
gente está continuando e nosso caminho vai levar mais e mais para lá. Então,
isso.
literalmente, se inscreva no canal Divya
Inscreva
10
no
do
YouTube.
YouTube.
No YouTube. A gente quer migrar de novo. O Facebook está mudando, vão ser apagadas
É,
as entrevistas antigas do Facebook, vai sumir todo o nosso acervo. Já recebemos esse comunicado, mas está tudo lá no YouTube. Então, para a gente migrar e ser assistido, conectar com vocês, a gente pede e vai pedir sempre daqui para frente, se inscreva no canal Divya 10 no YouTube, tá bem? Vambora?
yes. Bora nós?
Bora nós.
Gente, o Aakash é uma coisa fofa, querido. Está nos assistindo, né? Beijo pro Aakash, se ele estiver vendo.
Aakash,
E
if you see us now or in few hours, big hug, thank you.
thank you. E vocês se inspirem nessa beleza que é essa entrevista. Tocante. Vamos lá.
Vamos lá.
Namaste.
Namastê.
Namastê. So, Akash, how did
Yes.
Osho come into your life and what happened next?
Okay. Next, everything changed. So we have to go back to my childhood. When I was 5 or 6 years old, out of nowhere, my father brought a pencil sketch of Osho. And before I was born, he went to meditation ashram. So he did meditation and he read about Osho, my father. So when I was very small, out of nowhere, Osho came into our house, as a sketch. So
Okay.
at time, I look at that painting. I saw one old man with beard and a hat, and I was fascinated because the drawing itself is very beautiful. So that is the first time I saw Osho.
Mhm.
And after that, when I grew up gradually, uh, when I finished my school, high school, and when I was about to try for my college, that time I went to my brother's place in Kathmandu. I had always hated books since I was small. But out of nowhere, I don't know how, that day I wanted to read. And I knew my brother had many novels, he used to read. So I don't know out of where that came. So I went searching for something to read. And in that pile of books, around, I think there were 12, 13 books. And when I was going through the books, suddenly one book came into my hand. Meditation, The Art of Ecstasy by Osho.
Mhm.
The book name was Meditation, The Art of Ecstasy.
Swamiji, how old
Yes,
were
yes.
you? How old were you then?
Maybe 20 years old.
20 years old.
Yes, maybe 19, 20 years old, you know. So I don't know how that book attracted me, you know. So I took that book to my bed. I sat and I opened the book, you know. And when I was going through the book, I don't know, you know, at this present moment, I am feeling something, you know. It is very emotional thing to talk about. So when I was reading through that book, you know, I was amazed, you know, because every word I was reading, I knew that that was truth, you know, out of nowhere. And suddenly my body started trembling. Certain type of, you know, vibrations were coming. Something was being done at that present moment. And when I was going through that book, there was about dynamic meditation. I had never heard about it, you know. But when I read the dynamic meditation, I was like, man, this is what we need, you know. This is what we need. And this is the truth, you know. And many questions which I had from years, you know, it was being answered while I was reading and flipping through the pages, you know. And around at the same time, I went through around 40 or 50 pages I read, you know. And I don't know what happened to me. and that's how it all started, you know.
Reading about dynamic meditation.
Yes, dynamic
Yes.
meditation, kundalini meditation, and other things were also said by Osho, you know. And I don't know how I felt that everything was truth, you know. This is what it is, you know.
Then you went after the meditation.
Yes. Then I started to listen Osho every day. Then I got enrolled. Then my name was enrolled to the college, in arts college, fine arts college, Kathmandu University School of Arts. That's where I studied, you know. So I went to the college, and I was listening to Osho every day, you know. And one word was hitting from me from all the side, you know. The word conscious, and the other word is meditation. So both of that word were constantly hammering from me from every side, you know. When I was making art, my teacher was always saying, Sansar, be conscious, be conscious, be conscious. Here in college, my teacher was saying conscious, conscious. There also was telling conscious, conscious, you know. So I felt, what is conscious, you know, what is consciousness, you know. And one day, suddenly many things were happening, you know. And suddenly when I woke up one day, suddenly I was suffocating, you know, suffocating, and I was very, very disturbed. Not disturbed, but I was very, what do you say, you know? So I was very, you know, suffocating like a fish when you take out from that pond. And the thought was of meditation that I knew it, you know. So that day I decided to drop out of my college just to know what the conscious word is and what is meditation, you know. So I dropped out of my college for 2 years. Then I came back to my home. And suddenly out of nowhere, you know, everything was aligning me towards Osho, you know. When I came home, I was going through my phone, you know, and suddenly there was a meditation camp 1 hour away from my home, you know. I don't know how you know, everything was, you know, directing me towards Osho. That I find still mysterious, you know. Why was that happening, you know? And then I went to the meditation camp, and then sannyas happened, and that's how. You know.
How was this meditation camp?
Sorry, it was
Was that the first time you met Osho meditations and doing it? I mean, not
Yes,
only in books. Yes. Tell us how was it? How exciting was it?
I did not know anything about meditation. I did not know about robe, maroon robe. I didn't knew about anything. I just knew dynamic meditation. I just knew that I have to do it with my totality. I knew that. So at the evening of the first day, at the white world, everyone was dancing, and I had not danced till date, and one was dancing, and I was frozen. I could not dance. So then I remembered, I am here for this, right? I am here for meditation. I am here for this. Dance, man, dance. So I started to dance, and till this date I am dancing. And
That's nice one. How long was it ago?
It was near 6 years, 2017. It was the month July 2017.
So could you describe how you experienced being total in meditation?
I felt amazing, I felt like home, because I was always an extreme kid, who was never afraid and who was very extreme, from my childhood. I did everything with my totality, and when I did animation, I exploded, right? Literally, I exploded, I gave everything which I had, only there is that experience, that happened. And at the date of 22nd July 2017, sannyas happened, and I got the name Swami Aakash. So, yes.
Aakash.
Aakash.
What's the meaning of your name?
Dhyan means meditation. Aakash means the sky,
The sky.
Yes. So also gave me hint, be the sky, be like sky.
Wow.
Aakash, we and my friend Divya here, we are both lovers of dynamic meditation. And for me, the meditation that is clear for me, that you get what you give,
Yeah, right. I say to people, Osho's meditation is just like investment, In the world, you invest money, you get money. But with Osho, you invest your energy and totality, then you get divinity in return, Then you get many things in return that cannot be described in words,
Yes.
By investing our totality and energy, Osho showers with many things,
So what happened? How it goes?
After that camp, when I was nothing happened, everything was good. And when that camp ended, and when I was about to leave the ashram gate, this experience I had only shared with couple of people, and now here I'm sharing also. When I just left the ashram gate, suddenly I did not feel anything, Everything was so light, I did not feel my body. And at that present moment, no thoughts, suddenly everything disappeared, No thought, just total silence, total silence. I was trying to bring the thought, but nothing was coming, And it lasted for around 1 hour to 2 hours. And at that time, I used to smoke joint, And when I took my first joint after that meditation camp, then everything came flooded, That heaviness, the feeling of the body, the thoughts, it again came, And now it's been around 3 years that 4 years that I'm completely clean, No smoke, no drink, Meditation took away everything.
meditation filled you up, yeah,
Yes.
with the grace. I mean,
Yes.
did you meet Chaitanya Kirti? I've seen a photo.
Yes.
of
Yes.
you.
Yes. I met him. Very beautiful person. Very beautiful person. Swami Gopal Bharti also. Do you know him?
What's the name? Sorry,
Swami Gopal Bharti.
Gopal. No, I
Gopal,
didn't.
não, Gopal não.
No.
He also took sannyas with Osho, I think around 76 or 77. He's one of the most beautiful person I had ever came across.
Maybe we can find him. Yeah.
Yes.
So beautiful. When I
Gopal,
right now
Gopal Bharti. Okay.
when I think about him, my heart fills up. Very beautiful person. Very rare person.
Did you go to Pune to
Yes.
to see
Yes,
the
recent-
ashram? What was your
Swamiji.
impression of it?
I was in Pune this 21st March when the protest was happening on. I was there, but I did not went there for the protest, because I am very neutral about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in that side also. I'm not in this side also, because I find pros and cons in both sides, There are pros and cons in both sides. So I am in the middle, but Swamiji, what do I tell you? The place is so magnificent, so mysterious, so so beautiful, very beautiful. I could, felt Osho's presence, Osho's energy is still there, at the hotel Surya Villa. Do you know Surya Villa?
What's the name of the place?
Surya Villa. Outside of ashram, there is a hotel Surya Villa,
No, I didn't know this. I don't know this place.
In that hotel also, the energy field is there, Osho's energy field.
Is it close to the ashram?
Yes, it is very close to the ashram. So
I think so. An old hotel just by the side of the ashram. Is that?
No, it's little bit back near German bakery, near German bakery.
Okay.
Right. So the energy field is so strong, and I wonder how was it back then when Osho was in his body and in that 70s, in Pune 1. I think how was that place, throwing with energy, so grace, so beautiful, Pune ashram is very good to learn the discipline also, because everything there is so particular, so the Pune ashram, the experience of Pune ashram could teach many things,
How many people there when you was it packed with people or
that protest? Because of that protest and of the sannyasis who came for the protest, it was packed, but when protest ended, and after that around only maybe 20-30 people were there
in the whole ashram?
in the whole ashram. 20-30
Wow,
to 40.
that's a pity. That's a pity. I lived in Pune late 80s. Yeah, I was there when Osho left the body, and it was packed with people. So many people, so beautiful, so wild, so alive. I can't imagine how is it now. How is it with people? When I listen that only 20 people there, that makes me sad.
30 maximum 40 people.
Wow.
40 to 50 people.
Yeah.
And then the guy of the hotel, who owns the hotel, was also saying, in the 90s, thousands of people roam these streets, in maroon color. This street used to flooded with maroon color,
But
tell us
your experience there inside the ashram. Did you dive into it? How was the experience? Not with the politics, not with the.
So my experience was very beautiful, because upon entering that gate, I became silent. Silence happened because that so beautiful. I don't know, and I don't like to use these big words, energy, this and that. There is something that trigger something within our being, call it whatever you want, energy, this, that, but there is very grace, Swamiji. So beautiful, and I did not did many meditation also, because upon entering that radius, in this date also, one becomes something, something happens, Very beautiful. I had very beautiful experience, Swamiji.
Okay.
Very beautiful. I don't have any complaints. Very beautiful.
Okay.
Did you stay long in Pune?
I had pass for 7 days. I took a pass for 1 week, and I was there for a week.
And even in so short time, you could experience, beautifully. I think you find Osho everywhere you go. So, because he is with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's in your
Yes,
heart.
Right.
We can be
Now
with him right now.
Now I feel this thing more, that more powerfully, The days passes itself while becoming his child, I'm his child, you are his child, we're his children, so every day that passes, I feel, and every time we talk about Osho, something is happening here, around us, inside us, so that's the grace of Osho, and I am no one, I'm a very small person, to say this thing, but I am telling this from my heart,
We know what you're talking about. Absolutely. That's why we connect. I've seen your interviews to your articles on Osho News. Yeah, you have 2 articles.
Yes,
So you tell a bit about your experience meeting Osho through meditation, the intensity of doing it, and the relation to your father who supported you on that. Yeah, is that true?
Yes. My father never imposed anything upon me, since my childhood, and that's why I'm very grateful to him and to the existence that gave me parents like them, my mother and father both, so supportive, from the very first day, so supportive. They did not try to brainwash me. They did not try to impose anything upon me, They're very grateful.
That's beautiful. So, Aakash, you also
Yes,
doing something that I read, that is Osho Archive.
Yes, Swamiji.
Can you tell us about it?
These events are very, unplanned, what happened. So since the day I took sannyas, I was fascinated about, because I did not get to meet Osho in this conscious lifetime, in this lifetime as Aakash right now. I did not meet Osho in his physical body. So I always longed for any stuff that gave me the feeling of being near to Osho, Maybe his object, anything, that has his essence, And from the day I took sannyas, I was always searching for something, anything, book, anything, which give me a little bit of his presence more powerfully. And I was searching, Nothing happens according to our will, Everything happens existentially. So one day when I went to Lahan for a meditation camp, I saw one old beaten up book at the library, And suddenly I thought, man, what is that, So, and I knew that was something, And when I took that book in my hand, Bhagwan Sri Rajnish, downward facing triangle, The word itself, Bhagwan Sri Rajnish, is so powerful for me, And that book was First Principle. It was from, I think, 1979, maybe, first edition,
What's the title?
The First Principle.
The First Principle. Okay. What is the subject?
that I had not been through that book, you know, because I was so mesmerized by the book itself. I did not read it, you know. So at that time, and I inquired that whether it is for sale or not. And he said yes. And I grabbed to my room, grabbed my wallet, you know, and boom, the book was in my hand, you know. And that was the first book. And after that, lockdown happened, you know. And suddenly one day, my father got a call from his friend, and he said, I am sending some gift to your son, you know, small gift. And after some days, you know, a parcel came to one relative house, but I could not pick up because there was lockdown. Nobody was about to move. Nobody was moving, you know, it was strict lockdown. So, and again, after a few days, when the lockdown loosened a little bit, same uncle told me that something is coming to your home, you know. And I was waiting, and suddenly one tractor came, you know. Do you know tractor? Small tractor, you know. Tack, 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 tack. Tractor came with a big doras, you know. We call it doras here, big cupboard, you know. Glass and metal cupboard. Cupboard. It is cupboard, you know,
Okay.
metal.
Cupboard.
With glass and full of books, you know, full of books. He sent
Wow.
me.
You've
He
got a
sent me-
library.
Yes, he sent me his whole life collection, you know.
Wow.
Out of nowhere, you know, and I was so touched, you know, I was so emotional, I was so crying, you know, and everything started to coming itself, you know, and
Wow.
that and I am friend with one Swami Param Bodhi from Australia, you know, he was in Rajneeshpuram, so and he gave me website abook.com, you know. And in that website, there was so many books from the 70s, you know. Then I started ordering books from books from USA, then again from eBay, you know. And suddenly out of nowhere, you know, books were coming. And yes, that's how the archive started.
Wow. And how much books you have?
Maybe around 100 to 120 to 130 books are there.
Wow.
Yes, and the Pune one books, the books from the 70s, maybe 10, 11 book, and the most treasures are the Sannyas magazines, you know, that is in the archive, Sannyas magazine and the Rajneesh Foundation newsletter. The magazines are here, you know, in my room. Let me show you. It is the reach of my hand.
Wow.
Eu vou...
Yeah.
Many
Nossa, é dos anos
magazines.
70, é isso? Esse é dos anos
Many.
70?
Is it from the 70s?
Yes, Swami, this is from the 70s. This is from the
Cara.
very early 70s.
Wow.
70 to 73.
That's
And-
beautiful.
A hippie
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know,
It's
we interviewed Osho's brother, Shailendra.
Okay.
I don't know if you have seen him already, but he's a doctor, and he does a beautiful research on Osho's books, and in Hindi especially.
Okay.
And he tells many things about it, including some new guiding for Nada Brahma and
Okay.
dynamic, not new, but
on you.
nobody
The
knew
story.
about it. Yeah,
Okay.
something different. We interviewed him 2 times already, and
Okay.
we go for the third. Now we just we have the recording, and then I can send you something I got from him to you. Okay, so it can help your research.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
That's online thing.
Nice. Thank you. It will be very helpful, you know.
Yes, beautiful. So you have
Every-
books and tapes and
Right.
CDs.
Right.
So,
Yes,
yes.
cassettes, you know.
Do you know those movies made by Osho's people, like Socrates, Poison
Yes,
the Gun? You have it?
Not
No?
that, but I had seen other movies. I had few documentaries and the ashram in Pune, that documentary, and many documentaries from the Rajneeshpuram, Pune one days,
They
Masters Day
are
celebration. I
they
have
are
that.
they are available on in Pune in ashram.
I don't know.
Those
I don't
those
think
you don't
I
see.
did not went. I did not went to the library section. Because I was so mesmerized by everything.
I understand. I understand. How about the pyramids? Did you enjoy
Pyramid
it?
is beautiful. It is very fascinating to see. See and to be inside the pyramid for the first time. It is so massive. You feel very small. And I like the feeling of being very small. So that was very beautiful.
So, did you sing there?
No
No?
singing. No
No
singing.
singing. Now singing now? No?
Now,
For
a
us?
little bit.
Yes? Do you have your
Maybe,
guitar? Do you have
yeah,
your guitar?
maybe at the end of our conversation.
Okay.
Our
Whenever.
conversation.
Whenever.
Okay.
You can do it
Okay.
in the middle, in the beginning, in the end, whenever.
Sure.
We interviewed Miten and he sang 5 songs to us.
Ah, Aakash Swami also took interview of Nivedana Swamiji, and I really wanted to get in touch with Swami Anubhava,
Me too.
Yes, we know the story,
I'm looking for him since long time, but maybe he can't. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I 2 years, I've been trying to reach him, but
No way.
no
Me
way.
too. I tell you, I'm trying always to find him, but no possible because he has so many beautiful songs.
He gave us diamonds,
I've seen you recording the Sun Behind the Sun.
Yeah. One of my favorite,
Yeah, I know. I found recently one Urdu song
Okay.
sung in the ashram in the presence of Osho.
Ah.
Then we collected some friends here, including me and Divya, and we recorded it recently.
So
Like,
that's
just the
Mere
audio.
Hamdam. Mere
Mereham.
Hamdam.
Mere Hanım, yeah.
So thank you so
Do
much.
you know
Thank you so
this
much.
song?
Yes.
Have you seen
Yes.
it? The
Yes.
recording
I
with the
had
words?
heard. I had shared with it on my Facebook. Thank you so much, for recording that.
Beautiful. I'm gonna send you also the record with Shailendra's wife Priya singing to Osho. When
Yeah,
Osho was leaving,
I have
you
that.
have seen it. You have it.
I have that.
Wow.
Tears start to come. When I yes.
Yes, yes, I know. I know. It's so beautiful. You know the
So
story, yeah? You know the
so
story
beautiful.
about the song. The Osho.
I don't
No?
know.
I'm gonna send you also something about
Sure.
this, about the
Thank you.
story.
Thank you.
Osho speaks about Marihandam, Mary Dost. It's related to Buddha coming after 25 centuries
Okay.
with the name Maitreya.
Maitreya.
Yeah.
I
Osho
heard that
talks,
story.
you know that story, yeah? And the Japanese, the
Yes.
seer, Japanese seer. That's when Osho speaks about Marihandam, Mary Dost, Mariham
Okay.
Safar, Mary Meet.
And in the series Osho Upanishad, he had talked about this happening, where that phenomenon happened with Govinda Siddharth Swamiji, He had talked about that. And I recommend that 3 discourses to everyone who is with Osho,
The
In that-
Samadhi,
What?
the Upanishads.
Yes, there are 3
Was it,
discourses,
was it in Bombay, 1986?
Maybe, yes, Sumila.
Yes, I was there on the house when Osho was speaking about it.
So lucky,
Yes, that was
yeah.
the first time I've seen Osho. was there in Bombay, and he was speaking Upanishads. I remember that very well.
Swami, 14, 35, and 36. Also Upanishad, discourse number 14, 35, and 36. I recommend
14, 14, 35, and 36. Upanishads.
36.
Okay, I will
Also
look for it.
Upanishad.
I
I recommend this to everyone who is connected with Osho.
Yes, we're gonna find it.
Sure.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
As I recall, it's about master-disciple relationship.
Master disciple, and how a disciple's body starts to be like master. Every these esoteric talks, mysterious talks also had said,
Yes.
And he also declared Swami Govinda Siddharth enlightened, in that you were there,
Yeah, I remember something because I didn't understand much English that time.
Okay.
The first time I was with Osho, my English was very poor, very bad. So
like mine.
I was no, you understand well. But
Yeah.
I was just sitting there and
No.
feeling sometimes uncomfortable, even because the room was so packed with people. You can't go every day, then you have to go every third day, something like that. And then when you were not there, you watch the video of the evening before.
Okay.
That was the way we did it. But after I left, I came back to Brazil, and then something happened to me, like, the thing it was like a stroke, And then I could really feel what was to have that experience. Not even understanding his words, nothing. And well, you both guys know about this. Yeah.
You received the silence of us.
You can get it
Silence has
in many ways. It's available in many ways.
I'm just feeling so blissful while talking and being with you guys. It is so blissful and so beautiful. Thank you so much.
For us, it's very beautiful to hear a story, to hear you talking about your love.
Again, the Upanishads 13, 14, and 36, you said?
14, 35, and 36.
14,
35, and 36.
Okay. Buddha was born in Nepal, as I heard.
Yes.
Yes.
In Lumbini.
Is it close to your place? No.
No, it's far. It's far. Around central Nepal, and the place where I live is in eastern Nepal, city called Dharan.
That's where you are.
Dharan. Yes.
Dharan. It's where you are now. It's where you are now. Dharan.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. Do you have a meditation center, or do you meditate with friends? How do you do that?
We have one center ashram in Dharan also, and though we are so lucky in eastern Nepal, there is one ashram or center in every 1 hour distance. That we are very, very lucky. So Aakash travels around. He goes to meditation camps, 3 days camp, or at ashram, to stay.
Osho Meditation Center or
Yes, Osho.
Osho.
All Osho.
Yeah, so we are very lucky, East Nepal is full of Osho centers, and in our home also, I meditate, but traveling to camps, meditation camp, going to ashram centers, that is how it is being done.
And how is the attendance of those places? There are many people, few people.
I mean, it depends according the city, you know. In small city where there is small population, there will be small people, you know, small amount of people. In large city, in better ashram, there will be many people. But in meditation camp, there are plenty of people, you know.
So Osho is well known in Nepal.
Very well known, you know, very well known.
Okay.
Wow.
Osho is spreading like a massive wildfire in Nepal, you know. Massive wildfire. Lakhs of sannyasi.
Yeah.
Cool. In what you are a therapist, or what you are doing for living, for work?
No, right now I am just about to complete my college because I had 3 years gap in my college, you know. So recently I am doing my dissertation of my bachelor's level.
In what
right now,
area?
In the topic art and symbol in Reiki. Art and symbol in Reiki. So I am doing small thesis on that, you know. So beside that, drawing this and that, little bit my fine art work, and so that is how.
You are in School of Arts still.
Yes, Swamiji.
That's
yes.
your thing, yeah.
Yes.
What do you like the most?
Installation art, you know. I love to make installations.
Installations. All right. Okay.
And drawing also, little bit of painting also, but my thing is installation, you know. You people are so beautiful, you know.
Thank you.
You know, we interviewed.
You know what starts to happen, you know, when we talk like this, we talk about Guru, we are having satsang, you know. I don't know what starts to happen, you know.
When I asked Nivedanu for an interview, I knew him from Pune, yeah? Okay. And then he said to me, "What do you want, Abiyo?" I said to him, "We want to have fun." And then he said, "Okay."
Our last question about Osho is, can you say one word for Osho?
No word. No word. No word.
No word.
One word cannot contain Osho. You know? Nothing.
What comes first? Nothing.
Nothing, Swamiji. Nothing. Nothing comes.
Okay.
Just,
no words.
Emptiness, you know, just nothing.
Okay. Nothing to say, nothing to hear.
Nothing, Swamiji.
Nothing is said, nothing is heard. When the heart starts.
Yes.
Well, how is the song? Nothing is heard. Nothing is heard.
A sound of one. A sound of one hand
clapping.
Okay.
Yes.
Sun is the sun behind the sun. He's the sun. He's the sun behind the sun. He's the moon. He's the moon behind the moon. He's the moon. He's the moon behind the moon. He's the sun. He's the sun behind the sun. He's the sun. He's the sun behind the sun. He's the moon. He's the moon behind the moon. He's the moon. He's the moon behind the sun. He's the sun behind the sun. He's the sun. He's the sun behind the sun. He's the moon. He's the moon behind the moon. He's the moon. He's the moon behind the moon. He's the sun. He's the sun behind the sun. He's the sun. He's the sun behind the sun. He's the moon. He's the moon behind the moon. He's the moon. He's the moon behind the moon.
So beautiful.
Yes.
It's like a kirtan. It's Anubhava.
Yes, Anubhava song.
But this emotion, this feeling only happens in one take, you know.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
it will be.
Yeah, will be the same feeling.
Namaste, Swami.
Namaste, Swami.
Namaste, Swamiji. Welcome to Histórias com Osho again.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's nice to have you with us again.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and well, let's start our interview. How is the structure of camps around Nepal?
Mainly the camp happened for 1 day, 3 days, sometime in some places 7 days, you know, but mainly there are 1 day camp and 3 days camps in Nepal.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 days camp, you know, starts with white robe, and we sleep, and 1, 2, 3, 3 days camp, and lot of meditation, a lot of celebration, lot of dancing, lot of sharing, you know. The camps in Nepal are very beautiful, Swamiji. Very beautiful. Osho's work is happening very much in Nepal.
You said Osho is very well known in Nepal, is that right?
Swamiji. Very well known. Very well known.
Is it, you say, bookshops or television or media talk about Osho?
Yeah, mainly right now, you know, in this age of mobile internet, you know, Osho is spreading like wildfire from Facebook, from YouTube. There are many bookshops, exhibitions are happening. And Swamiji, in many cities, you know, meditation centers are being opened. Lot of ashrams, lot of centers, lot of people with mala in Nepal. So yeah.
That's Osho.
Yeah. And especially in eastern side, you know, where I live, we are so much blessed that there are one Osho center or ashram every 1 or 2 hours, you know. So a lot of place to go, and I feel very blessed because meditation camps are also happening within 1-2 months, and 1 day camps are happening every week, around our city. So a lot of people have meditation space in their home, as Osho said, to have a small corner or a room, whichever you can make, so. And a lot of people, a lot of sannyasins to have satsang, to talk about, to have tea and talk about also, to share the love. So,
okay.
You should come, you should come to Nepal, We
Yeah.
will be very happy to welcome you all in Nepal, Plan a trip, make a group of 5-7 people, Swamiji, and come to Nepal, visit many ashrams, cities, and you can really feel, like how much Nepal is doing for Osho's work to spread.
Nepal is the land of Buddha, Lord Buddha. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a great place for Osho's
Great
energy
place.
too.
Yeah. Many enlightened masters stepped in Nepal, Guru Nanak, Milarepa, everyone, The Nepal was the pathway from India to China, India to Japan, So Bodhidharma, everyone stepped on this land. So
Sacred land.
Yeah, and Nepalis are also very humble, From their nature only, they don't need to meditate and have to be enlightened, Nepalis are very humble and loving people, very friendly people.
Innocent.
You will definitely love here.
Innocent people, yeah.
Yes, Swamiji.
Let's talk about your experience with dynamic meditation. I think it's great you talk about it.
I feel that in dynamic meditation, if one worries about his body, one cannot do it. If one is too conscious about his body that I could get injured, I could die, while doing it, they cannot go deeper, you have to be willing to die while you are doing dynamic. I feel that, you have to be so much intense, every step we have to do in so much totality and intensity that it destroys us, it destroys the cell, it destroys the conditioning, and every step is so much powerful, so much scientific, and especially the who is the so powerful step, it hammers our belly, and the center changes, I feel that we are in our head, then we come in the heart and we come to our belly, we become more grounded.
How does it change you? How do you feel that it has changed you? What has happened? What changed in your life with dynamic?
Yeah, I feel Swamiji, dynamic meditation had made me more liquid, more relaxed, It has made me less rigid, Otherwise, we are always like grumpy, and we always have that big wall of ego, It destroys the wall, it destroys the conditioning, and it makes us more courageous, more fearless, to speak the truth, to express the truth. But at the same time, it makes us more loving, because the animal in us, the devil in us, goes outside while when we scream, we shout, we throw out our frustration, that is the devil, which is disturbing us. But it goes away, and the house become back end, and then also can descend, so it has to clean the house,
Yes.
dynamic.
Yeah.
And through the Kundalini, from Natraj, from Nag Brahma, from White Robe, we have that energy descend in us, So, every meditation goes with one another, like brother and sister, you know. One helps in one way, other helps in other way. Also has devised it so perfectly, you know. There are no words. Only an Sadguru or enlightened being can do this, you know.
And what's your favorite meditation?
Right now, not Ras Kundalini. Right now, I don't really do that much dynamic, you know, because I don't feel that much of need right now, you know. From the inside, like when before 3 or 4 or 5 years, I feel need to do dynamic, which that was coming inside me, you know. But now I feel that there is
It's okay.
less need, you know, because also I'll need little bit relaxed, little bit, you know. So right now I enjoy, you know, Kundalini, Nath Brahma, not Ra. Yeah, Nath Brahma I do daily, regular Nath.
Okay.
What time do you do that?
Or around 10 a.m. in the
10
morning.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I heard Nada Brahma was originally done in the middle of the night.
Yeah, in Tibet, also had derived the Nath Brahma from Tibet, you know. And I had heard the story that the original the Nath Brahma kind of thing in Tibet was only passed down to the people who had reached some kind of level, you know. Only they can do that. They did, and they did around 3 a.m. But also had changed it little bit, and he made it available to everyone, you know. And so also had given so esoteric meditation to every one of us. And I feel Nath Brahma meditation is very significant meditation, Swamiji. It I don't know, I cannot explain it, but it works in very subtle layers in our being, you know. Every day I do Nath Brahma, and I feel that I become more loving, you know, and at the end of the day more silent.
Those techniques of Osho, they work in different levels, so yeah.
Yes,
in different aspects of our beings. So
yeah, right.
Nada Brahma is very soft.
Yeah, very soft, very gentle.
Usually people like to focus only on active meditations, but there are very, very, very beautiful ones that are not active also. Yeah?
Yeah.
The active ones are very important to clean the house, as you said.
Right,
Yeah?
right. I feel in the primary years of one sannyas and one start of journey with Osho, active meditation is needed. Active meditation is must. One should do active meditation, you know? But if one does it in intensity, in surrender with Osho, and by being honest with oneself, you know, that I'm doing it properly, and after many years, after some years, I feel the need of automatically becomes lesser, you know, and we can shift towards more feminine, more soft meditation like Kundalini, Nath Brahma, Anapanasati Yoga.
Yes.
And white robe, you know, white robe. White robe is a very beautiful device.
And so many, yes, so many beautiful gifts.
Beautiful gifts.
Yeah, yes. Last time we asked you to say one word.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
only one word.
One word.
Say one word about Osho, what would that be?
Now,
you know, I feel two words: love and compassion. Love and compassion. You know, he's so compassionate.
Yes.
Yes,
He's
great.
so
It's like
compassionate.
one word, love, compassion.
Right.
One word. Okay.
Also has accepted everyone, who does that? Which guru, is so much open. He all gave sannyas to murderers also, who murdered people, and they were transformed, Also was so compassionate. We are so much stupid, but also grace. Also, he's always willing to help us. He is always letting his hand on us. But we are not reaching toward him. We are the one who is going this way and that way. He's so much compassionate. He's always open. He's always showering.
Love and compassion.
Yes, Swamiji. And
Love,
and and
compassion.
it helped us to meet. You from Brazil, I'm from Nepal.
Yes.
Who had thought that we would cross our path,
Yes.
But because of one man, Swami, because of one man, this is all happening. It's a big
Yeah.
family.
So, because of one man, all that is happening. Say that in Nepalese, please, to us.
एकजना मान्छेले गर्दा यो सब भइरहेछ क्या कस्तो राम्रो क्या एकजना मान्छेले क्या
Okay.
Ele é muito especial, é um querido, tão gostoso, né?
Uma coisa que me tocou agora foi esse intercâmbio, né, planetário, né, que é muito, muito bonito. Isso era uma coisa que eu lembro muito vivo na minha lembrança de Puna, isso, assim, de ver aquela gente de tudo quanto é canto que é possível de conviver sem guerra, né? Sem um precisar liquidar com o outro.
Com amor, celebração, autoinvestigação, crescimento, florescimento. É outra vibração, outro campo, né, que Osho plantou muito bem no planeta. E como tem gente despertando até hoje para isso, né? E como tem buscador, né? Como tem buscador, gente que está assim, tateando e pum, começa a achar, né? Inclusive nós.
Antes que a nossa audiência fuja toda aqui, um spoiler.
Pera, gente, segura.
Um spoiler. Um dos nossos recentes entrevistados, gravados, né? Falou que o Osho era um jardineiro, né? Essa entrevista em breve estará aqui, muito linda.
No ar.
Jogava sementes. Cá estão elas, neste programa. Boa noite,
Esse jardim.
Sanguina.
Boa noite, Sufi. Boa noite, Sanguinha. Beijos 1000. Até semana que vem. Né?
Se inscreva no canal Divya10 no YouTube.
No YouTube, gente.
Pix para HcO.
Isso. Chave Pix.
Obrigado, gente.
Então
Até
vamos
terça,
lá.
né?
Até.
Vamos lá.
Beijos.